Hello, friends. While reading my way back to the Roman Catholic Church, I came upon a wonderful observation by G.K. Chesterton. It is his description of the church as a large round building with many doors around the perimeter. And all of these doors represent the many reasons that people become Catholics. There are many teachings or characteristics of the church that initially attract people. But Chesterton says that in the middle of the building is a large table, the Eucharistic table, and it is here where the measure of one's faith is taken. Can we dare to believe this great mystery? Of course, the mystery is that this is Jesus in his whole person, body, blood, soul, and divinity. This is the only reason for the church to exist. It is the sum and the substance of our faith. All other Catholic tradition and practice emanate from this truth. However, it is sad how many Catholics have lost sight of, or never had sight of, Jesus. There are, of course, people on the left side of the church who are largely concerned about social relevancy and political activism and personal liberation. And these know little about Jesus except as he expresses their various causes. And there are persons on the pious right who know all of the details of every Marian apparition, the many devotions to the Infant of Prague, who decry the Second Vatican Council, who know every detail of the life of Padre Pio. Sometimes they live their lives under the protection of various sacramentals, scapulars, or medals. But sometimes these practices seem like ends in themselves and not paths that bring them closer to Jesus. Jesus, present with us. That's the point. The totality of all that the church is, Jesus. I regret many aspects of my 22 years in the Protestant church. However, one thing is sure. I was taught about Jesus. We gathered together in small groups with Kool-Aid and cookies and talked about Jesus. We read the Gospels. We marveled at his courage. We admired his life. We contemplated his death. We put ourselves in his position. That was the goal. So you can imagine the impact on a person like this, who suddenly discovers that Jesus is living at the corner of 10th Street and 6th Avenue at the local Catholic Church. This has been going on for centuries. Jesus promised that if we seek him, we shall find him. If we refuse to settle for the culturally acceptable Jesus, if we do not stop at a place of personal comfort, if we are not afraid of disapproval, suffering, or loss, then we will find ourselves on our knees in front of a tabernacle somewhere. That's where Jesus is. The story is told of a devout Protestant believer who, upon hearing this teaching, declared, "If I could believe that, I would crawl on my knees up the aisle to communion, and I would never get up." This should give us pause. When we go to God's house, how do we act? What do we wear? Are we careless with our genuflections or other outward forms of belief? Do we linger in the sanctuary and carry on meaningless conversations? Do our persons reflect our belief? And this is why the church has designated a year of thinking about the nature of and the implications of this unbelievable mystery, Jesus Christ, living in our midst, sacramentally present with us in many ways, but primarily in the Holy Eucharist. Have a great day.